What's going on, everybody? D-Bird here, giving y'all a Star Wars Rebels review on Visions and Voices. This was a horror, like, little movie inside of a Star Wars episode. This Star Wars episode was just a little piece of horror, and this was awesome. It starts off with Ezra seeing Maul, like a Force vision type thing of Maul, and that was creepy. And then he got like Force scared or something from his vision and got knocked out. And they were gonna let Ezra still run the mission even though he was seeing Maul, and it knocked him out. I was like, that's not wise to do, because obviously Maul's at the wrong time and crashes the Ghost 2, but whatever. Then he was about to chop down one of the, like a rebel soldier, and I felt bad for this guy because Ezra was about to chop him down because Ezra thought he was Maul, and I was like, what the heck? What? If I put myself in his shoes, I would want to be compensated or something. I joined the rebellion, fighting for y'all, risking my life, and now I'm about to be chopped down by an ally, a Padawan. What type of crit is that? You know what I'm saying? So I felt bad for him. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's a one-off, like, drone character, so we're never gonna hear about him again. Then they go see Bandu. Him and Kanan go see Bandu, and Bandu is a cool character, but I feel like he did, because the whole conversation, I think he didn't really help much during the conversation, but I guess he sensed Maul coming or something like that, and told Ezra and Kanan, oh, don't turn around if you don't want to know about Maul or something like that. And so they turn around and Maul's there, and then turn back around to see what Bandu wants him to do, and this boy was like, deuces, y'all take care of that. I was like, okay, you're a lot of help. So Maul comes down and Ezra and Kanan pull out their lightsabers, and I found interesting that on the Rebel base, Ezra was about to cut down Maul on sight, but when he shows up in the desert, he doesn't cut him down on sight. He just lets Maul talk. And so the plan that Maul came up with is that the problem is Maul has some information that Ezra wanted, and Ezra has some information that Maul wants. When they put their minds together or whatever to see their vision of what they need to do to Maul for hope, and then Ezra to defeat the Sith. So Maul takes Ezra to Maul's home planet, calling back to Clone Wars, which is awesome. And then Kanan and Sabine go and follow him just in case and protection. So when they go in, it was nice seeing all the Night Sister stuff, because they're going to use Night Sister magic to put their minds together, so they put all the information together and grab what they need from each other. So it goes to Maul research and knows a spell or whatever that the Night Sisters have. And it was nice seeing all the sets and whatnot from Clone Wars. And Maul has a little room full of all the artifacts of his culture. And Maul is the only one of his species, but he's not worried about like trying to kickstart his species again or anything. So he's literally the last survivor and not worried. Okay, whatever. But so they put their minds together, and then we find out that in their visions were one, and it was a planet with two suns, calling back to Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan. So that was great. And then we find out in an episode that Obi-Wan is the person they're looking for. And I was like, what the heck? When they dropped that, I kind of went insane, because is it possible that Obi-Wan will show up on Rebels? That would be insane if Obi-Wan shows up on Rebels. That would be just an awesome moment to see him. And then also, Maul knows about Obi-Wan being alive. So before we go any further, can we just say, when Ezra and Maul was trying to persuade Ezra to come with them and leave Sabine and Kanan behind, he was sad. He was lonely. His whole species is gone. Everybody turned their back on him because he's betrayed everyone. And now he's trying to get Ezra to be not only a Padawan, but a brother. I was like, how can he be sympathetic, but at the same time evil? Because I kind of feel for him. He's the last of his kind. I know he's evil. He's been through some things and whatnot. He's got half his body chopped off. He's lost people, lost brothers, and lost his whole species. I was like, okay, I see, but Maul, you're evil. So I was like, no. Yeah, Ezra did the right thing. He was like, no, Maul, I ain't going with you. And Maul was like disappointed, and he left. So he's going to find Obi-Wan. So Maul knows where Obi-Wan is. Now I'm thinking that they might play the comic where Maul goes and finds Obi-Wan and Obi-Wan kills him off. So I'm like, okay, so maybe that'll happen unless they put a twist on it and something else happens. But they might just use the comics for that episode. Then so Ezra has to deal with getting Kanan and Sabine back to normal because the Night Sisters came and stole their bodies because Maul and Ezra, the cost for using the magic was that they wanted a body. So the Night Sisters are stuck inside this stone block, and took over Sabine and Kanan's bodies. So Ezra goes in there and tries to get them back. And can we just say it was so creepy? Sabine crawling off the rock and jumping down behind Ezra. I was like, this is a scene straight up out of a horror movie, and it was cool because they had a little fight because Sabine had the dark saber. We saw the dark saber in this episode, and Sabine at the end of this episode gets it, and we seen her fight with it, and she was doing pretty good until Ezra used the force on her and pushed out the cave, sending the Night Sister away. So they go back and get Kanan from the Night Sister, and Ezra destroys the stone tablet thing that the Night Sister spirits are remained in, and he pretty much ended whatever culture was left on that planet, because the Night Sisters put their like minds and spirits into this little stone thing, whatever it was. And now that he destroyed it, the only person that knows about the culture is Maul, and I'm pretty sure Maul is going to die. So that means that's the end of the Darkminians. I think they're called Darkminians or something like that, and that's the end of their species. Like, that's it. The whole species has literally been eradicated from the Star Wars universe. And I feel like that's kind of sad, unless somebody else is alive from there, but we don't know about any other survivors besides Maul. And this was just a good episode. That was pretty much all of it, and we learned that Obi-Wan is in it, call back to Star Wars, Night Sisters, the Darksaber. Sabine has the Darksaber now, and it's pretty much going to be more of a badass in the series, so I can't wait to see her fight with it. Like, if we get a scene with Ezra, Kanan, and Sabine all whipping out like a lightsaber, boy, that would be amazing. And they're like fighting off something, that would be awesome. But that's the end of this review. You can leave a comment in the section below or follow me on social media and we can discuss and talk about it. Thanks for watching, guys, and D-Bird out.